And welcome back here to our Dragon Age Inquisition first blind playthrough. And amazing so far. Loved it. We got through the prologue. We're hanging out in Haven. We could just go back into the Chantry to push the story, but no, it's time for us to look around this town a little bit more. So last time I was playing here, let's just mention that the singing over here with this lady did not get me copyright claimed, although it could, who knows. But the music, if you noticed, I'm sorry about that, at the intro, right before the big grand Dragon Age Inquisition banner comes up, that got me copyrighted. It's just ridiculous, guys. Either I turn off all the music, or I'm going to have to upload all these every time, see if they're getting copyright claimed, make adjustments in the edits, re-render, re-upload, and do it that way. So we took a day gap from that just because I'm trying to figure out what this game is asking me to do when it comes to copyright stuff. We'll figure it all out. But that being said, here we are. Oh, Solas. Let's talk to Solas.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
All right. I hope to be one, do I? Sounds dashing. By the way, I think there are different emotions that you can turn on, like your tones or whatever. I saw that in the settings. If that's by default off, we're not going to use that. That's going to be training wheels. So we'll just decide for ourselves what the tone is. I don't care. Sounds dashing. I hope to be one. I'm not a hero. Now, here's the deal. Who are we? We were one of the mages who were sent to the Conclave, and we did not, nothing happened. Everybody died. And now, do we think we're a hero? Or were we just trying to survive? What context? I guess we're a noble. By the way, look at that crazy-ass staff I have on the back. Okay, I almost feel like cheating too. So we got a whole bunch of equipment, I guess, just for having the game when you buy it. So now I have all this crazy looking stuff, but also very powerful, armor and weapons for everybody. So we'll see about what I'm using or not. I could have put Cassandra in something that's super tight and different armor, but it just feels weird for a minute. So sorry, a lot of talking to try to get the intro of this episode going, but it's all kind of catch-up stuff. Well, I hope to be one. I'm going to say I'm not a hero.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant.
Whether I want to or not, right?
I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
Oh. Well, I'm glad we're having these conversations. By the way, our guy with a super low voice, I totally love it. I'm going to be talking like him the entire playthrough once in a while, so just know that. I mean, I kind of have a low voice too, but this guy's ridiculous. So, you study ancient ruins.
What do you mean ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
Oh my god. Solas is cool. How can you sleep there?
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
That's cute. Well, why? We have our own thing with spiders. Why don't we just set food out? That's impressive. That's valuable. That's dangerous. That's impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
But as we've learned, we're all apostate mages right now because the circle doesn't exist. Cassandra will protect you. We have bigger problems. Your fears don't matter. I don't know that Cassandra will protect you. Do we have bigger problems or his fears don't matter? We have bigger problems.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Nice. Okay, well, now let's take a look here. Let's just look at our map. We have, we are in Haven. We're going to spend some time running around here. We have to go, like, talk to the smiths and people. There's Varric. Oh, we have an apothecary. Maybe we can try to be somewhat methodical about this. Merchants. That's, okay, so those are missions, are the diamonds. Got it. Or side quests. We have our map out. Now, it says special shipments. That's where I got all that stuff. I thought I picked everything up. We will go check our house at some point here, but let's get used to this. Doing it correctly here. Let's go to the apothecary. Where are you? Where is it? It's not on my map. Oh, there it is. The blue. We'll go in there in a moment. We are gonna search and have fun in this game. Looking beautiful. Are some of these reused from the other games, or is this all new stuff? Seems somewhat familiar. Oh, we read that. That was the Randy Dowager, I believe, on the bed there. Is this Solas's house? He doesn't have a house here, does he? He's just kind of hanging out. Oh, man. Oh, a little cage. Wait, that was for the ravens, wasn't it? Or the raven-like things. All right, let's go. Apothecary. Find recipes through exploration or by visiting merchants. Visit an apothecary with herbs you gather in the wilderness, right, with our elf fruit, to upgrade potions. Use... Okay, so... Equipment stations, right. To assign different potions to each of your party members and to replenish the potions you are carrying, use the upgrade station to unlock permanent upgrades to your potions. So every time we have to remember we have to go, like, refill our potions, but we don't have to buy them. Interesting. Well, let's...
Segrit told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrit he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
Okay. This place looks great, by the way. What do we got going on? We got fish and letters where you can almost read the writing. They really upgraded the look on this thing. Okay, let me equip potions. Do we have another? No potions are available. I love it. And we'll get other slots. And we could replenish all right here if we needed to.
Let me know if you need anything.
Oh, we will. Potion upgrading. You can upgrade potions you have already unlocked. To upgrade a potion, select a category, select a potion, then select the upgrade. Potion upgrades require a significant amount of herbs to unlock. They give permanent and significant bonuses to your potions. That's amazing. So we have potions, tonics, and grenades. I don't think there's... Well, let's look here. Healing potion, unknown potions. Do we have stamina or lyrium? I just don't know. Instantly restores 385. So increase healing 1. 29 elf fruit. We have 10. Oh, 1 dawn lotus. That's crazy, guys. This is going to be a lot of stuff, isn't it? So we're just going to have to keep collecting. Tonics are all unknown. Grenades is Mythal's favor in here. I did see that one of the magic paths will allow you to resurrect people, but I think it looks like it's a little far down the way. Equip potions, fun. Okay, well that's that. Let's see here on our map. Let's try to be somewhat methodical. There's our war room, and that's all inside the chantry. We'll be heading there. Let's head over here and talk to Varric. And is this song still going to go here? Hold on. Can we go in?
Of course.
The Conclave was our best chance for peace. The Divine, the Mages, the Templars, everyone ready to talk. And now all of them are dead. Just like that.
Going to be bloody now. Just rumours. That's for certain.
Okay, so I had actually turned this music even up when we did it that last time.
Oh, Mika, bless you. Can I get you something? Master Harriet said I should go back right away.
So I shouldn't get claimed on this. It's weird. I think this is considered dialogue, by the way. Them singing. It's beautiful. Hopefully they don't claim me on this one, but who cares? We'll figure it out. What can I find in Haven? Goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to be careful with that. That's loud as hell, isn't it? Okay, read. A Tale of the Frostbacks. Even mountains had a heart once. When the world was young, Korth the Mountain Father kept his throne at the peak of Belenus, the mountain at the center of the world, from which he could see all the corners of earth and sky. And he saw strong men become weak, brave men grow cowardly, and wise men turn foolish for love. Korth advised a plan that he might never be betrayed by his own heart, by taking it out and hiding it where no soul would ever dare search for it. He sealed it inside a golden cask, buried it in the earth, and raised around it the fiercest mountains the world had ever seen, the Frostbacks, to guard it. But without his heart, the Mountain Father grew cruel. His chest was filled with bitter mountain winds that shrieked and howled like lost souls. Food lost its flavor, music had no sweetness, and he lost all joy in deeds of valor. He sent avalanches and earthquakes to torment the tribes of men. Gods and men rose against him, calling him a tyrant, but with no heart, Korth could not be slain. Soon there were no heroes left, either among men or gods, who would dare challenge Korth. The Lady of the Skies sent the best of her children, the swiftest, the cleverest, and the strongest flyers, to scour the mountains for the missing heart, and for a year and a day they searched. But sparrow and raven, vulture and eagle, swift and albatross returned to her with nothing. The Tarmgan spoke up and offered to find the god's chief's heart. The other birds laughed, for the ptarmigan is a tiny bird too humble to soar, which spent half its time hopping along the ground. The lady would not give the little creature her blessing, for the mountains were too fierce even for eagles. But the ptarmigan set out anyway. By the way, I think we might have read this in Origins, but at this point it's 100 hours ago, I think. So the little bird traveled deep into the frostbacks. When she could not fly, she crawled. She hugged the ground and weathered the worst mountain winds, and so made her lonely way to the valley where the heart beat. With all the gods' terrible deeds, the heart was far too heavy for the tiny bird to carry, so she rolled it, little by little, out of the valley and down a cliff, and when the golden cask struck the earth, it shattered. The heart was full almost to bursting, and then the pain of it roused the mountain god to see what had happened. When Korth neared his heart, he leapt back into his chest. It leapt back into his chest, and he was whole again. Then Hakan Winter's Breath bound Korth's chest with 3 bands of iron and 3 bands of ice, so it could never again escape. And all the remaining gods named the ptarmigan, honored above even the loftiest eagles. That's cool. It's just a little fable folktale, right? Of course. Here's the deal, too. That is loud in here. Did she finish up? I had to turn off the sound so that I could hear what I was doing. Come on, sound guys. All right. We're heading... Where's our... What the hell? Why are all these markers on the map now? When did they become eyes? Speak with the quartermaster. Speak with the apothecary. Did we not? Or did... Oh, I didn't actually speak to him. I'm just zoning out here. That's okay. What's up, Varric? We're getting there. We're having fun.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Well, I think we understand the history now of the Inquisition, and yeah, just reading it in the Schism and how it existed well before the Templars, and they thought the Templars were the right thing, but now the yeah, it's just cool. I like it. Too many people died here. I'm fine. This is bullshit. I'm just glad to be alive. Too many people died up there. I'm just going to say I'm fine.
It's not so bad. I'm taking it in stride.
Better than most of us, then. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Why did you stay?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
All right. It hasn't sunk in. It was See, I do feel like this gets a little weird now. Now, what am I responding to? The like 4 questions ago, where it was fortunate. What was fortunate? It hasn't sunk in yet. Just the fact that we're working with the Chantry. Is that it? We need to close the breach. I'm gonna say I was fortunate, or yeah.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
I don't know.
Good luck or bad? You might
On our
want to
hand.
consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
How about the Herald of Andraste? Okay, well, what I'm going to do, I can't help it. We're going to run right back here. I don't think there's a run button either. Could be wrong.
Have you heard about the refugees out in the hinterlands, near
Ooh.
Redcliffe?
Hard going. The mages and the Templars put a lot of people out of their homes.
At least Mother Giselle is there to help.
I'd think food and clothing would help more than prayers.
Oh hell yeah! There's all types of good stuff going on. I love it. We're back in Ferelden. Like that's just dawning on me too. Like this is so great. What a jump. Yes, we need to actually talk to this person. Aiden.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
We've met.
I don't recall meeting you before.
Were we
I'd be
unconscious?
surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
All right. Well, thank you. I've had better days. We're not done yet. Why don't I just say thank you?
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Okay. Investigate. You're a bit cranky. How are things?
How are
Don't
your
be
people
cranky.
holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Okay. Do we have anything else? No. We're gonna go back. How do I order potions?
How do I go about having potions made?
Large
Take
portion
a look there
potions.
and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Cool. Well, we're there. And yes, that's obviously it's giving us experience. Acquired recipe. We acquired a recipe. Hold on.
You're back. And in one piece.
Need any help?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Oh, it's probably back at the Conclave. This is going to be cool. Okay, let me just say out of the way too, I do understand I don't want to stay in one area and do every single thing in that area before moving on. I'm going to pick and choose, have missions go out, and things are going to pull us back and forth. I also think that this game, I think people are saying you're going to run into things that are too hard. So if you run into an area that's too hard or something, like back up, like it's not going to always level to you, if that makes sense. So, all right, I think. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Let me just, potion assignments. Yes, we got that. We're all good. It's the other
Let
one.
me know if you need anything.
Influence. Hell's going on with influence. Right. So influence also, I think it says progresses the game or something as we go up levels with that. So everything we do is going to give us little bits of influence to push the overall game forward in some sense. I'm starting to think of it and figure it out. So, oh, here we go. Regeneration potion. Restores 26 health every 2 seconds for 60 seconds. So, 60 seconds, 26 health. Do the math, right? But instant versus. But we can we put in... Can we... Hold on, we'll make sure we're on the right one here. And what it takes us to actually do. Select which potion to take on the next journey. Elf root. 1 elf root, have 10. So it costs me to create this. Well, let's do it for fun, just because we can. Okay, Oh, I have to replenish them. Ooh. Well, I don't care. We're doing it. Just so I understand it. It's not going to be that big a deal.
Just right.
I have a feeling I'm going to run into so much elf root, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that coming into this episode is going to be like, we're going to be running around town a lot.
Mother Giselle is doing more for the refugees than most.
Yes, whenever people are tired or hungry or sick, the Chantry is there to come and sing to people.
They're continued conversations. I like that. Not the exact same thing. Okay, now I'm starting to get my radar going. What is this place? Nothing. We kind of checked out a lot of this place beforehand. That we did not get the day 3 observations, though. We had day 1 and 2. Less thrashing. Some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the Chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save his life, and will they just execute him? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect him to wake before the morn. Well, I mean, they're all kind of... Who was breaking in? Oh, that was before we went and shut the breach off, and now we're the Herald of Andraste all of a sudden. Okay, obviously, we're at like 22, 23 of 60 for our carry weight, too. Also, what is this? How can you not? Oh, this game is going to be crazy, guys. So I want to keep the episodes reasonable so that we don't get too logged down. I'm going to put out daily episodes no matter what.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the breach?
I heard some speak of using the Templars instead.
Oh. I suppose that would work as well.
Yeah, it is hard to see where people are talking from. That's the only complaint I have here. But, I was about to say, though, so I'm going to aim for at least an hour, if I can, maybe between 1 and 2 hours per episode. You know, it really depends on my workflow and what's going on. At least an hour, maybe up to an hour and a half is where I'm kind of aiming. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Inspect requisitions.
Cedric said the blankets weren't worth selling. He's giving them to the Inquisition for free.
How kind of him.
That, and he said people who freeze to death don't spend much coin.
Well, he's not wrong.
Okay, well, let's look here. No schematics available.
You find anything we need, let me know.
Okay, before we talk to them real quick, I just want to make sure we don't really have any new codex stuff. We just read the I Am the One. Is that the one who can recount what we've lost is performed by Bard. So it's another song? Empress of Fire? Crazy. And tutorials, would they just give us here? Another one was the Apothecary, how to do the potions. Cool. Let's talk to you, Thren.
Any circle mage wanting to join needs to speak with Cullen or Cassandra. Apostates too, I suppose. Oh, you're him.
I am him.
Thren.
He.
Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Okay, so requisitions, meaning these schematics. What is your job? Sure.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
100%. And they need to have dry socks and good boots and good food, or else you get sick. And yeah, hygiene and all that sort of stuff like matters. Oh, there's just great tales about it. That's, yeah. People who just like push soldiers, like historically, it's like it does not work well. How did you end up here? Goodbye. No.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under 10 Logain MacTier. Best commanding officer this world has ever seen.
Okay.
After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition.
Queen
It
Honora.
was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Wow, that's cool. One of our first world state things? I don't know. Yeah, Logain is a Grey Warden now.
I understand Logain joined the Grey Wardens after the Blight ended.
Yes. A mercy, people called it. Serving the Order they say he betrayed. He could have led Ferelden to greatness. Instead, he lives in exile, fighting Darkspawn until the day he dies.
Unlocked a study of the Fifth Blight, Volume 1. Yeah, I think we need that. Oh, I think that's a history. Let's do it quick, guys. Quick? I don't know. While some of my contemporaries dispute whether the Fifth Blight was a true blight or merely a large darkspawn resurgence. Historians agree that it began in the swamps of the Kakari Wilds on the southeastern border of Ferelden in the year 30 of the Ninth Age. Is that how we say? King Kaelin Theron was swift in responding to the threat, gathering the royal army, every Grey Warden in his country, and sending a call for aid to the Ferelden nobility. The assembled armies laid a trap in the ruins of Ostagar, hoping to crush the force before it reached civilization, but they failed. Darkspawn overran the defenders of Ostagar and decimated the king and his army. They continued their advance into Ferelden unopposed. Only 2 Grey Wardens managed to escape the slaughter, and somehow they came into possession of ancient treaties, which compelled the races of men to join arms against the massing horde. The surviving wardens made their way to Clinnock Hold, home of the Ferelden Circle, and conscripted the mages. In desperation to find more allies, the wardens journeyed to the Brazilian forest, seeking the Dalish. The elves, too, joined the growing army. This is really quick. This is awesome. Into the deep roads, the surviving wardens went, searching for Paragon Branca in hopes she would settle the unrest in Orzammar and unite the dwarves in battle against the archdemon. Branca could not be located. Okay, but another paragon was found, the legendary Caradin, who forged a crown that ended all question of succession. Balin Adukin was crowned king of Orzammar, and the dwarven armies marched for the surface. Despite their success, though, greater challenges were yet to come. That's just volume 1, huh? Every time we read one of these, we get it out of the way, though, so. And we're good there on the inspect requisitions. What else we got? We talked to Varric. How we doing? We got to go over there. There's more merchants. I want to double check our shipment. But really, yeah, it's just forward. Forward, all. I do. Gonna have to get used to this jumping. Oh. You know, I was wondering too, we're not going to get a Mabari Hound in this one, are we? I just, don't spoil it, but I mean, part of me, I just don't think we will. I'd love to see more dogs, but I love my dog. I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts.
Was that all you had to say? I'm just wondering why this still has an exclamation point on it, unless it's grayed out, meaning we've already gotten everything we needed. What? Okay. We were already here. Is that the thing?
You're worried about the rifts. I understand that.
I saw the little speech bubble over her head. Had we already been in here, or did they have it blocked off before? Okay, well, let's talk to the smith. You know what?
We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is about supply management, but it shouldn't be about, like, marking up stuff or whatever. I don't know. That looks pretty cool, though. That's definitely some laid-out equipment.
Good day. Or good as it could be with the sky ripped apart.
Oh, aren't you the pessimist? Or the optimist? I don't know. Why have you stayed? How is the mood here? I'll go with that one
You
first.
must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Why have you stayed?
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go.
Oh, okay.
Those blasted demons destroyed most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
All right. Well, let's buy some things.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Okay. Synchronized collectibles. Failed to synchronize collectibles. Unable to connect to the Dragon Age server. Please try again later. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. We're on the server. What is all this stuff, though? All types of stuff. How do we buy? This is buy. There's sell. We're on weapons. Now, I'm not going to be buying much, but I do think we want to sell, maybe. And what do we want to sell? Do we have junk? Things I don't want? I'm just not sure. Miniature spinning wheel, these are valuables. Do we just sell those? You guys know what I'm talking about? Let's see here. Sell, Ferelden, Raider Hatchet. You know, there's little things here. I just don't know what I'm getting rid of yet. The stiletto. Let's get rid of the mercenary coats. Man, and this armor is just ridiculous, guys. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. They don't give you a choice. They just say, hey, here's a ton of stuff. Like, you could sell it if you want. Or wear it. I don't know. This looks a little crazy for us, but you know what? We'll deal with it for now. What am I looking for? Was that him? No. Oh, I gotta go inside. I see it. I was wondering. I didn't want to go down here if it was the wrong way. That's the right way. Ooh. Ooh. Like out front. Oh, that's awesome.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentegast might try to acquire suitable mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
Ooh.
Oh, and who are you to be fishing around for what the higher-ups are doing?
Back in Angsburg, my uncle was 5th Praetor.
And what's that mean for you back in Arnsburg?
Honestly, about as much as it does here.
Okay, so these are the two talking, but I see his mouth moving over here. I'm just going with... I have headphones,
Felissa
so
thought you and your men might be working up a thirst. She sent me over to see if you needed anything.
We're fine, thank you.
That's fine. Whatever, guys. The synchronize. It'll either work or it won't later. I don't understand. Take all. Apprentice coat of arms. Sure. We can craft weapons. Let's just look at the screen. Crafting to craft new armor or weapons, you need a schematic and enough materials. Well, I think that's almost all we need to know about that.
You need something? Let me know.
I need to talk to you. I'm letting you know.
Expected you be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Quite well. Odd. I'll survive. Let's hook him up.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Sounds good. Let's investigate that, though. What's your story?
How did you come to be here?
Get in it.
Come from a little town called Lothbury. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when Rorty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Then again, fair's fair. It was one of them that stopped the Blight and all. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
What's this guy's name again? Because wasn't there a blacksmith in Redcliffe, but we had to like help his daughter get out of the castle when it was occupied? Lucky, worrisome, cursed. Exact opposite. Worrisome, cursed. We'll say lucky.
You're still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
Anything else? Yeah, tons to investigate. Do you outfit the troops?
Who outfits the Inquisition's soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
See, so far, they're giving cross information, but it's fun. If I wouldn't have asked, he wouldn't have told me that he was from Lothering. But then he ended up, the whole story, it's just world building. I love it.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Alrighty, and what's your what can you make here?
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work iron to blighted dragon bone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy? Bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
Sounds good. Can you improve my equipment? Yeah, how about that?
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
I am seeing that there are modification slots on our items. Do you have any design suggestions?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Right.
Okay, yeah, let's play with that. So, craft armor, where are the materials? Oh, that's buy, sell. Interesting. The Tactician's Renewal. Unique amulet. The single-use amulet lets the bearer clear his mind and reapply the benefits of combat knowledge for a maximum tactical flexibility. Respec. Single use, yes. Infinite? Oh, one. Oh, so there's one of them here for free. That's so cool. Awesome. Nothing to sell, right? Or that we're not selected on. Okay. What's that blue dot? Is that part of our... Apprentice staff, schematic, samite, cotton, all that stuff. I'm looking... What is... Oh, it's a nug. It's a nug, bro.
One down!
I feel like... Wait. Codex unlocked, nug. I felt like that we have to kill them, that like that's going to be a collectible, but why can't we go get the meat and eat some nug meat? Why can't we make them friends and just go pick them up? Maybe we can, and I screwed up. Definitely creatures. Where's our nug? If we're not reading about nugs, we're not doing this right. I was sure before the Blight they were a whole lot more rare. Should ask a warden about that. If killing archdemons leaves nugs all over... And the poor things don't seem built for anywhere. I mean, they feed on anything, but they blister in the desert and freeze in the snow, and they're easier to track than your own arse. Everything eats them, except me. The hands put me off. Oh no, yet they thrive. Randy bastards outpace every tooth and claw. Yeah, like rabbits, huh? Anyway, my point is the ones around the farm are so inbred they're 5 colors and can't stop peeing. I'm selling them in the capital as elusive eastern bunny pigs. What did father say about idiots with deep pockets? That's great. Excerpt from the private letters of Captain Byrne, lap nug dealer, produced in evidence after 7 claims of water terrors and death following bites in the Garden District. Okay, what do we catch on history here again? The study of the 5th Blight, Volume 2 they gave us. All right. The wardens sought Arl Eamon, uncle of the late King Caelan, in the hopes of mustering troops from the Ferelden nobility. Upon arriving in Redcliffe, they learned that the Arl had fallen ill and was near death. His knights had gone in pursuit of the fabled ashes of Andraste, Aemon's only hope for a cure, and the village surrounding the keep was beset by a host of animated corpses. The wardens found and stopped the demon behind the undead before joining the search for Eamon's cure. No one is certain if the wardens actually located the final resting place of Our Lady Andraste, but whatever they found saved the Arl's life, where we're at right now, right? Upon his recovery, Eamon Gweren called for a landsmeet, and he and the wardens traveled to Denerim. The gathered lords and ladies of Ferelden found Tyrn Loghain guilty of a number of crimes. He was sentenced to join the Grey Wardens to atone for his deeds. Furthermore, the landsmeet granted the vacant throne to Enora, widow of King Caelan. The nobility then pledged their own armies in the battle against the Blight. The archdemon clashed with the allied forces at the city of Denerim and was eventually slain, but at terrible cost. Much of the city lay in ruin. The warden who rallied the armies was named the Hero of Ferelden and accorded the highest honor. The 5th Blight ended before most of Thedas knew it had begun, but it left a terrible wound on Ferelden. The losses suffered at Ostagar and Denerim greatly compromised the security of the kingdom. Southern Ferelden, from the Kokori Wilds to the edge of the Banorn Air, are to this day, that's weird, a wasteland. It's uncertain how far the ripples from this event shall travel or what waves it has already stirred. Well, kind of setting up, too, that this land that we're back in, that we think we remember so well, is, it's still messed up from that first game. So, what did we find down here that we didn't want to know? Crafting, sure. Cruise now through. We gotta... Oh. Wait. But I don't know that I need to fight nugs. They're just everywhere. Maybe we can pick them up, collect them, do something better with them. Okay, we still have this as a mission, though. And we have equipment to pick up. I was thinking the blue dot was equipment. He's got all the stuff laying around. We probably already have it, huh?
I'm glad there are big, strong men around in case anything happens here in Haven.
Now, don't you worry about that sort of thing, girl.
Okay. You know what? Let's double check here just on our, like, where are we at? Journal? What happens if we set... Modify some armor, have some armor made, passing notes. We set active. Is that going to tell us where? Like, to go for? Is this going to be overly specific is what I'm wondering. We'll get to it. Let's go the right armor, have some armor made. Let's set modify or create. Craft weapons. Where's craft armor? Craft armor. Apprentice coat. Select it. Crafting required 7 cloth. Each crafting schematic has 1 or more slots. Each slot contains a specific number of crafting materials of either metal, cloth, or leather. Fill available slots to craft an item. There are 5 different types of crafting slots: utility, offense, defense, damage, and armor. The types of slot determine the stat that will be generated from the material placed in it. For example, placing iron in a defensive slot gives a bonus to melee defense, while putting it in the utility slot gives a bonus to strength. Experiment with different combinations of materials and slots to create unique items that fit your needs. And we have these things. Required 7. Wait, no, we don't. Where's it telling us how many we have? Oh, okay, hold on. Each crafting material has a predetermined stat value for each possible slot, which you can view by examining the material. The final value of the stat coming from a slot is determined by multiplying this value by the number of materials placed in the slot. This is going to get insane. It's okay. Velveteen. We have 16 of 7 of what we need. We'll go with cotton. Oh, okay. Defensive slot, utility slot, tier 1, common. So the material you're putting in matters. Let's go with... I don't want to waste it because we're never going to use this. Cotton. And then here you could try different materials. So it's just another... We'll do... Is it cotton? Another 4. Craft. And then we could rename it. All right. So, okay, well, we got that. Okay. Get the hell out of here. Codex updated crafting. Sure, we're fine. Let's just double check our journal here. Modify some armor. Let's do that while we're here. Modify weapons, modify armor. So upgrading an item adds the upgrade stats to the item stats in addition to changing its appearance. For example, attaching a hilt with a +3 cunning bonus to a sword adds that to the sword, right? You can freely remove and add existing upgrades or exchange them between different items. So, okay. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, let's go to this one. Light arms, apprentice coat arms. Do we have anything? Oh, there we go. Confirm. So we put apprentice coat arms on our apprentice coat.
Should serve you well.
There we go, guys. Awesome, that's not hurting anything. Enchanter upgrade a piece of equipment. Looks brilliant. Love it. We'll take a look at them once in a while. All right. Well, we are getting through it. Look at all these guys fighting. We got to head back in, though. There are... Let's see here. Maybe we're just...
with Commander Cullen. I apologize for what I said earlier.
Cullen.
It's nothing. Now, Scout Plane, what can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Their attack? Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
Well, I had assumed.
Don't. Our job is to acquire actionable information. Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
Hell yeah. Like stuff going on in the church and the schism between the temples.
Though you had granted them power
Templars.
over the very Fade itself. Though they sang hymns of praise unending. Though they could do anything. They destroyed nothing. Created nothing. Loved nothing.
This game is going to be full of just listening to lore and stuff and reading. I'd love it. I mean, we're going to get more into action. This is early. This is episode 3, guys, so.
You dislike the Templars, sister?
No. I know their purpose, but you remember I once ministered in a circle chantry.
Yes, I assumed you were used to having Templars around, keeping us safe from the mages.
The mages in the circle followed the chant of light as faithfully as the Templars, sister. More faithfully than some Templars, even. Some of the things those Templars did when they thought I did not see.
Interesting. Well, hey, what the hell is this arrow that keeps going up on me? Is that my character record? Did I go up a level without realizing it? Yeah, I have a point to spend. What the hell? Okay, well, let me just take a look here real quick. We were playing with the ice. Now, I know that no matter what, I would love to have, what is it over here? Is that ice wall? But I'm not going to get there yet. I mean, that's going to take a lot of work, and I have to commit. And I also know I could respec later, so we're going to think about that now that I just learned that. So let's back up. Ice, fire. Now, spirit is great because here's some of your healing and dispel, revival. But mind blast, I really enjoyed some of these. I just don't know the last one. I think we're going to start getting into some of this here. Now, what do we have here? Energy barrage. You launch a salvo of elemental blasts from your staff that homes in on its target ahead of you. Eldritch detonator ability, use on incapacitated foes for a combo. Or chain lightning. You know what? Oh, man. But do we need to go through this? Conductive current. Lightning bolt. Stormbringer. Gathering storm. Static charge. You know what? I think we're going to go for... I'm going to go for chain lightning. Wait, we already have chain lightning? Yes, exactly. Now, toggle upgrade. There we are. So you get both of these upgrades and you get to choose between them. I understand that now. So Arcling Surge, chain lightning arcs farther and hits more targets. Chain lightning never strikes the same target more than once, but it deals more damage with each new target it strikes. Farther and more targets we're going to go for now. I mean, even though it doesn't really matter. Because we could switch out of that later. But we modified it. Love it. Tactics, there's nothing else we have to worry about yet. I'm going to leave it. Let's check our journal one more time. I have some plans. What the hell? Give an item to research. Where is this? Because I think we have an item for them to research. Am I wrong? That's going to be in the war room. Okay, let's head on in. There's more to do in this town, more to look around. But I feel like we got some work done. And that scar.
Does it trouble you?
A little bit. Carpal tunnel? Yeah, you gotta shake it out once in a while. I want it gone. Not anymore. It didn't close the breach. It's fine. Where does it come from? I want it gone. It's fine. No, where does it come from? Come on now.
I just wish I knew what it was, or how I got it.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
That sounds dangerous. Sounds like fun, or you have an idea? Sounds like fun. I'm going to say you have an idea.
Clearly, you have something in mind.
We do.
We're not idiots. Sounds like fun.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
That hair? Huh?
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
A pleasure. Impressive titles. Why am I here? Impressive titles? Well, that's kind of like, eh. And why am I here? Like, because we have the stupid mark on our hand, you asshole. Wait, no. A pleasure. We'll just say a pleasure. We're going to be nice on this so far.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
Good.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Oh, really? Wait. Oh, yeah, well, the Chantry wasn't it... Are there other clerics that are higher now? Isn't that one the Grand Cleric? The guy that we saw, or whatever, the advisor, wouldn't he be it? I don't know. They still think I did it. That was quick. Does that matter? Does it matter?
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible.
Some are calling you, a mage, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry.
Hell yeah.
The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Love it.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
Yeah.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
The Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you.
Woman.
They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I like it. I don't know. It's unnerving. They're wrong. I'm gonna say it's unnerving.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Could we be attacked? Of course we could. So I'm the problem? The breach doesn't worry them? What about the breach, yeah?
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat?
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'd love to talk to her. Why would she help us? That could be trouble. No, why would... hold on, I want to ask, why would she help us?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, here we go. So operations. The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. What? But are we only in Ferelden, or are we going into Orlais in this game? I don't know. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. What are Inquisition perks? In the perks menu, you can select perks that provide unique benefits to your party. The number of available perks is shown at the bottom of the screen.
We are garnering interest from the capital.
You're not pleased?
I am not convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of Val Royeaux.
I can't back out anyway here. So we have Power 1, right? Orlais, known for its culture of extravagant nobility, yet also is the birthplace of the Chantry. Orlais is the most powerful human nation in Thedas. Human nation. Human nation? Most powerful in... Oh, in Thedas. Well, what the hell's... Where the hell... What is Tevinter Imperium? Isn't that part of Thedas? Are they not as powerful? Because they're fighting... I'll get it. We'll figure it out. Conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight, Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the Veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever. So... I want to hit this one. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the war map table now. Cool. Well, there's nothing over here for us to do. There's Val Royeaux, Val Chavin. This is looking cool. I just had to look. Yeah. Okay. What the hell? And we know this land. Over here, is this the Brazilian forests? Over there. Is that Denerim? There's Lake Callanhead. Oh, it's showing... Oh, this is so interesting. There's Redcliffe. Can't see it yet, though. So, what the hell? Scout the hinterlands. Oh, that's where we're already at. So cool. I'm doing it. Sorry. Scout the hinterlands. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The last reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups... There, we're looking. I'm seeing that thing pop up. Between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. All right. Well, secrets. If Giselle dies, any hopes of Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. Forces not participating in this mission. Connections. This is just going to be insanity, isn't it? As we build, we get decisions as we approach each new area. I don't know. These are our scouts coming on in. What a neat little thing. Oh, so birds, right? Would this be Lothering then? Wait, I'm lost. It doesn't matter. Redcliffe, Lothering. Where are they sending us? Hinterlands, obviously, but... Okay, scout report. This is such a neat looking in-depth game. This is going to be crazy. Scout, and now I'm ready for the next one too already, before I even get through this one. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him, but obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. So we need to go find him, I think. Would you like to travel and venture the hinterlands now? No, not now. Not for yet. Just a moment. You now have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Per advisor. Some missions have a preferred type, which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. So what do we have? Gather coin available. Address the nobleman's concerns. The Tyrann of Highever. Scout the Storm Coast. The Black Emporium, which I'm not reading or even trying to look at. Harden Hightown, Varric's Revenge. Ooh. Alright, well, I don't know if this... I don't understand. What's Gather Coin? Up until now, if you would... Oh, this is crazy. Up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. And this is who I'm sending or whatever. Josephine, trading in favors with merchants and the nobility is my specialty. It could earn us a great deal if we are careful. It would be a simple matter to collect secrets and sell them with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition. Cullen, we have soldiers. Let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin. So these are the different advisors. And it takes different amounts of time. Can we only have one active at a time? We're going to back out for now. I don't understand it completely yet. I'll start getting it going later. I just want to back out of here. I want to hang out and talk to some people. Turn in our stuff. Okay, know that... Oh, Codex. Rebel Mages, Cullen, Leliana. Oh my god. World travel. When not in a dungeon, you can use the quest map to travel to distant locations. When not in a dungeon. Press start, or that menu button, whatever, and select the quest map in the hero menu. Press Y from the map to access the world map and travel to unlocked areas. Well, we have Menave here. Is this in here somewhere? Which I'm saying the name wrong, I'm sure. Oh, here we go.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
You own this land?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Its followers need shelter. The Divine's advisors founded it. We all have bigger problems. Its followers need shelter.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock.
Aw. He might not be a bad dude, right?
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Okay. Politics, diplomacy. Does the Marquis own Haven?
Do the Durelians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian.
Right.
If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Man, the politics, all right. Sorry for interrupting. You handled the Marquis well, so the Marquis was bluffing. You handled the Marquis well.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
Right.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
An ambassador? How did you become the ambassador?
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
All right. Then what is your background then?
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais.
Right.
The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
And Antiva doesn't allow any, isn't that the place that doesn't allow any names? Or else am I, that's not the Deventer Imperium. Title, right, it's different, but with the titles, so like, she's super politic, that's all. These politics are ridiculous. I'm glad you're here. Having you around can't hurt. No, I'm glad you're here. I love it.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
No problem, lady. Give Maeve an item to research. Do we have one? Oh, there she is. I was like, that's Josephine. It's not Maeve. Enemies drop unique collectibles. Bring them to the researcher to learn more about your foes. Oh, I see. Well, first things, before we do that, let's just check out our codex and see what the hell is going on. Because we're getting overwhelmed here. Now, Cullen, we just met. So whatever you've heard of Kirkwall's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We have done what we could to assist with the city's recovery, to restore some semblance of order, but my time here is done. Seeker Pentagast has approached me. She wishes to stop the war between mages and Templars. She has been recruiting men and women to the cause and wishes me to oversee the group's military concerns. If the conclave goes well, then we will not be needed. If not, we stand ready. I have decided to take Seeker Pentagast's offer. The circles have fallen. I can give no more to the Templar Order, nor it to me. The Maker has shown me a new path. I must take it. Good on Cullen. So he got the hell away from the Templars when they were like, the schism happened between the Chantry. That's great. Who the hell are you? Divine, who the hell are you, Divine? Justinia. Here we go. Oh, Leliana. She has many names. And I did not play Leliana's song, the DLC, so this might give me a little background too. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Leliana or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. The spymaster Marjolaine trained Leliana from a young age. For years, Leliana was Marjolaine's instrument in the great game of Orlais. While Leliana was devoted to Marjolaine, the reverse was not true. Marjolaine betrayed Leliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Leliana survived the betrayal thanks to a revered mother Dorothea. Following this betrayal, Leliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden, hiding from her past. Inspired by Reverend Mother Dorothea, Leliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace and a simple life of devotion. But when the fifth blight began, she received what she believed a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Oh, I remember that so long ago when she kind of seemed like, hey, I'm having visions of the Maker. Several years ago, after the defeat of the Archdemon, Leliana received a summons from Dorothea, now divine Justinia V. She returned to Orlais to become an agent of the Sunburst Throne. Oh, so that's how she even got pulled in. Justinia perished in the explosion that destroyed the divine conclave, and Leliana became a founding member and spymaster of the new Inquisition. Ooh, and Josephine. Josephine Montier, which is wrong, is a noble from the nation of Antiva. She was educated in Valroyo, where she built connections among the court. Once she finished her schooling at a surprisingly young age, Lady Montier became the official diplomat between King Fulgano of Antiva to the Empress Celine of Orlais. The appointment suits her. She is well-traveled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts a skilled negotiator. Oh, there we go. If that endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself. Sister Leliana. Right. Politics. Solas we got. Varric we got. Trevelyan was us. We're working on it, guys. The rebel mages. Now, what has happened since all this went down? Whereas the circle was established not merely to protect the world from mages, but also to allow mages to protect their art safely and without fear. And whereas under Lord Seeker Lambert's command, the Templars swore to protect all people, including mages, from the harmful effects of magic, have instead persecuted mages with such biased judgment as to worsen the problems they were meant to mitigate. Yeah, it's just in the lore that they're just horrible, horrible people. And whereas the Rite of Tranquility, intended as a tool of last resort to stop uncontrolled mages from hurting themselves or others has instead been used for punitive and political purposes to silence dissent and inhibit civilized discourse. And, oh, this is great, this is why they rebelled. And whereas Andraste herself intended the relationship between mage and Templar to be one of practitioner and protector, not prisoner and jailer, and this contract has been broken. Yes, the social contract has been broken, y'all. Like, tear it down. Leaving mages in fear for their lives from those sworn to protect them. Now, therefore, the Circle of Magi declares the following. Man, this is crazy. We, the mages of Ferelden and Orlais, do hereby dissolve the circles and renounce our sworn submission to the Order of the Templars, effective immediately. We reiterate Andraste's assertion that magic was made to serve man, not rule over him, and state unequivocally that we will use our abilities only to defend ourselves from those who would see us relinquish our lives and freedoms under the presumption of guilt for crimes we have not committed. We condemn those practitioners of magic who, through illness of mind or understandable but misguided anger at those who oppress them, would use their maker-given powers to threaten innocent lives, and we pledge to aid any legitimate and impartial government in bringing these lawless apostates to justice. We look earnestly to a future of cooperation between all people of Thedas, free from the persecution and prejudice, and hope to build a better world alongside all who approach us with friendship instead of fear. Yours in service to Andraste and the Maker, the Free Mages of Thedas. A leaflet distributed in towns and villages across. That is such an amazing breakdown of things. Do we have any more here? We do. Oh, now we get the Templars side. Most holy. End of an accord. Most holy. The Seekers are well aware of the part you played in the rebellion. You call me to the Grand Cathedral in the middle of the night on urgent business, only to speak of trivial matters, and then I return to the White Spire. I discover chaos, and one of your agents in the midst of the apostates. Do you think I would not notice? Do you believe yourself above repercussions for such acts? It was a dark day when the Chantry placed such an incapable woman upon the sunburst throne. I will not stand idle and watch you destroy what ages of tradition and righteousness have built. In the 20th year of the Divine Age, the Navaran Accord was signed. The Seekers of Truth lowered our banner and agreed to serve as the Chantry's right hand, and together we created the Circle of Magi. With the Circle no more, I hereby declare the Accord null and void. Neither the Seekers of Truth nor the Templar Order recognize Chantry authority, and instead we will perform the Maker's work, oh God, really, as it was meant to be done, as we see fit. As we see fit. Oh God, it's zealotry, it's insane. Signed this day on the 40th year of the Dragon Age, Lord Seeker Lambert Van Reeves. Letter sent to Justinia from the former Lord Seeker. And finally here, the Templar Order, traditional role. In reality, the Chantry's militant arm looks first for skilled warriors and with unshakable faith in the Maker, with a flawless moral center as a secondary concern. Templars must carry out their duty with an emotional distance. Oh, great. And the Order of so you don't even care about the people you're oppressing, right? And the Order of Templars prefers soldiers with religious fervor and absolute loyalty over paragons of virtue who might question orders when it comes time to make difficult choices. The Templars' power derives from the substance lyrium. Ooh. A mineral believed to be the raw element of creation. Yeah, drugging them out. While mages use lyrium in their arcane spells and rituals, Templars ingest the primordial mineral to enhance their abilities to resist and dispel magic. Lyrium use is regulated by the Chantry, but some Templars suffer from lyrium addiction, the effects of which include paranoia, obsession, and dementia. Templars knowingly submit themselves to this treatment in the service of the Order and the Maker. It is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. When the Templars are sent to eliminate a possible blood mage, there is no reasoning with them, and if the Templars are prepared, the mage's magic is all but useless. Driven by their faith, the Templars are one of the most feared and respected forces in Thedas. From Patterns with Inform by Halden, First Enchanter of Starkhaven. We are done with groups. We just have to check a place, which is going to be a pretty one, I think. What do we got here? It's going to be the Hinterlands. Yes, let's see. Hold on. We've gotten the Fade. Yep. And finally, lastly, the Hinterlands. My Lord Arl Tegan, I retired to the Hinterlands for peace and quiet away from the politics, and because the wide open spaces were perfect to let my horses run, instead the war between the mages and Templars has turned our beautiful hills into a series of burning battlefields. The farmers who lived in the hinterlands are good folk. Many of them left Redcliffe Village because they couldn't bear to be there anymore. Not after the Blight and the Walking Dead left so many bad memories. So we've been apostates running around setting fire to anyone who looks at them sideways. So now we've got, right, and Templars looting houses and cutting down those who protest as mage sympathizers, right? Oh, yeah, they're not even just killing mages, they're killing anybody who's related to mages, anybody who likes mages. It's crazy, man. It's crazy out in these streets. My wife, Elena, sent off our field hands to stay with her family in the east, but there are a lot of poor people here with nowhere to go. We get more refugees every day. This village attacked by mad mages, or that farmstead burned to the ground by Templars who can't tell a hoe from a staff. I suppose you're stretched thin, but anything you can do to lessen the burden of these poor folks would be much appreciated. I'll do as I can. If your men need better mounts, say the word. Oh, yeah, this guy, right. Best of luck to you, my lord. Remember not to let Duchess puff out her gut when you saddle her. Yours in service, Dennett. A letter from Redcliffe's former horsemaster to Arl Tegan of Redcliffe. Undelivered. So we need to... Oh, and it says resources found here. Whoa, I didn't even notice that before. So we're going to have to check out those resources. What was the final tutorial? We don't have to read it. Just know researchers, world travel, there's the war table. We got some potion upgrading. We know how to do that. Crafting. We knock them out. Good. And that is that. Let's have a conversation with a real person here.
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway.
Oh,
it's odd to see them accepting a mage as their hero. First, we're too dangerous to let out of the circles. And then we're apostate rebels. But they seem to like you. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
So you're a mage? Awesome. You research creatures? I found something for you. Let's do that first.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
The Tranquil and I will examine it.
We can use that.
Dream rags removed.
Please tell me if you find something.
Shadow essences removed too.
You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
Okay. Goodbye. So you're a mage. Yeah,
you said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was a year or so from my harrowing, at least. The enchanters were being kind. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
I'm digging some Seeker Pentagast, by the way. Just if you want to know that out loud, like, I'm just saying in my head, I'm like, she's badass so far. So that's all. You didn't join the rebels. You protected the Tranquil? Or you didn't join the rebels? Go with that.
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Okay. You're in the minority. You're in the minority.
The Templars made me feel a lot of things, but never safe.
You have not lived my life. I was born into a Dalish clan. I lived there until my magic manifested. The Dalish cannot risk having too many mages in one clan. And I was one more than they could bear. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
That's awful. That explains a lot. They're monsters. I'm gonna say that explains a lot.
No wonder you'd rather stay in the circle. You had more than enough life outdoors.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me.
Templars
saved me from them.
Okay.
They gave me food and clothes and took me to the circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
Well, if the Templars were doing what they were supposed to be doing, that was the whole point. They were supposed to be the balance and safety and protectors, you know, like peace You know, they're supposed to bring peace, not like subjugation. It's crazy. Just like real life. You protected the Tranquil.
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe?
Yes. The mages took some of them when my circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. You know how the circle mages saw the Tranquil. They're just there to enchant items and keep the floors clean. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves, can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
Aw. They're lucky to have you. That's interesting. I'm going to say they're lucky. We're going to be nice to her.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
You research creatures. Let's.
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels,
Okay, I thought
I'd
that was a
appreciate you bringing
second
it to
follow-up.
me.
Got it.
At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Well, hold on.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When
The
some
idea.
monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
Wow, what a bunch of great world building and build up.
I'll speak with you later.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you again for what you've brought back.
That conversation alone, made me enjoy the Templars more, see everything in a more balanced view. And let's just check the journal here. I just want to look. I'm happy with it. Inquisitor's Path. So the threat remains. The breach is calm. Travel to the hinterlands. The fallow mire. Lost souls. The Inquisition soldiers are missing in uncharted marshes of southern Ferelden. Power required. Oh, I need 8 power to go to it, just because we saw it there. Oh, by the way, if I get to, I will totally zone out. If there's Black Emporium stuff, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Got it. Haven, passing notes. The apothecary wants us to find Tegan's notes, which might be here before he died at the conclave. So that's back. We were already there, so we might be able to go back and just grab that stuff. We have this eye out here.
Created nothing. Loved nothing.
All right. Well, let's head to the hinterlands and go figure out what's going on with that. And let's do it in the next episode.